question first?
Yes. Triangle ABC and triangle DBC are two isosceles triangles on the same base BC, and vertices A and D are on the same side of BC. If AD is extended to intersect BC at P, show that first triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD.
Okay. So what
Yeah,
all is given? Can you please help us out with that, Avni? What all do we have is given?
we have two isosceles triangles.
Isosceles triangles. So that means ABC is an isosceles triangle, meaning AB equals AC. Okay, that's the first thing. And then what's the
Yes.
second thing? What
AD
else
is
is
equal to
equal?
AD.
Okay, so this is another isosceles triangle. This is D.
BD is equal to DC.
Okay, so BD is equal to, oh, just a sec, DC. So this is D. BD is equal to DC. And what else?
And
And that's it, right?
yeah,
So this is our P. The first thing you have to show that, triangle
we have to,
ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. Secondly,
yes.
you have to show that triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. ABP is this one, okay. Third thing, you have to show AP bisects angle A and AP bisects angle D. Then the fourth thing you have to show that AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC.
Yes.
Is perpendicular bisector of BC. Okay. Yes. So now what can we use to
So
show
we
the
have
first one?
to take the,
SSS.
yeah.
All right. So yes. So we will write it like this. First part.
So what are given?
Yes. So we have in triangle ABD, which is this one, and triangle
DBC.
D, no, not DBC, ABD and ADC, right?
Yeah.
ACD, sorry, ACD. In these two triangles, so in triangle ABD and triangle ACD, yes. Now,
AB is equal to AC.
AB is equal to AC given,
AD is equal to AD given.
AD is equal to AD common side, not
Yeah,
given.
common side.
And
BD is equal to BC given.
BD is equal to BC given. So
Yes.
therefore, by
SSS congruency.
SSS rule, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. Done.
Yes.
Okay. Now the second part. We have to show that
Triangle
which triangle?
ABP and triangle ACP are congruent.
Okay, so to show that triangle ABP, so we will write in triangle ABP and triangle ACP. So triangle ABP is this one, and triangle ACP is this one. Yes. What all do we have? Wait, before we go on to this, let me just, yeah.
AB is equal to AC.
Fine. AB is equal to AC. Then
Given.
given.
BP is equal to PC.
How do we know that? We don't know that yet, right?
Yeah.
To
Then
prove it in the next questions.
see, what we can do is, in the previous question, we have proved that ABD triangle, these two triangles, are congruent to each other, right? So therefore, by CPCT, this angle will be equal to this angle.
Yeah.
Yes. So let's write that first, because that will be helpful in this particular thing. So therefore, by CPCT, which angle is equal to which angle?
Angle B AD and CAD.
Are equal. So that we are going to use in this thing. So AB is equal to AC. Angle BAD is equal to angle CAD. Why? From equation
CPCT.
1. Okay. Acha, Abdul Jabbar, till here is it clear? I couldn't hear you. Okay. So can you tell us what will be the next step in this, Abdul Jabbar?
I said I didn't understand.
You didn't understand. Then, bache, when you're not understanding something, you are supposed to stop the teacher or unmute yourself in between and say, "Ma'am, I didn't understand. Can you repeat it?" Okay. Did you understand the first part, this one? That
Yes,
triangle, these two triangles are congruent. How did we show them as congruent? Did you understand?
yes,
Okay. After showing them as congruent, we said by CPCT. Do you know what CPCT means? Abdul Jabbar. Abdul Jabbar, do you know what
no,
CPCT
ma'am.
means? No? Okay. Then we have been using this in all our exercises. Na? So when you're not understanding something, it's totally okay to just stop the teacher and ask you, what is this? I don't understand. Okay. So CPCT means corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Okay. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. Right? I mean, it does make sense. Like if two triangles are congruent to each other, then each of their parts will be equal. Just like this part will be equal to this part. Yes, this angle will be equal to this angle. And so on. The sides will also be equal. So not all the sides, but the corresponding sides. So for these two triangles, which we showed as equal, the yellow and the pink one, this angle will be equal to this angle. Why? Because we are saying that triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD. So over here, A is corresponding with A, right? If you write them one on top of the other, if you write it like this, ABD and ACD. So A is corresponding with A. Similarly, BD, if you talk about line segment BD, that is corresponding with line segment CD. So BD will be equal to CD, which is already given. But similarly, angle ABD will be equal to angle ACD. Angle ABD is this one. Yes, Abdul Jabbar?
Yes,
And angle ACD is this one. So these are both corresponding angles. Do you understand what corresponding means now?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So similarly, this angle over here, angle BAD, will be corresponding to angle CAD. So they are equal. So we have written by CPCT, angle BAD is equal to angle CAD. Till here, is it clear, Abdul Jabbar?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So even now, if there is any doubt at all, Please feel free to ask. Okay. All right. So that we have used, and now we are going to use SAS rule, because we have one side. Forget about these two sides, okay? Because these are not included in these triangles. We want to prove, look at the question. It says you have to prove triangle ABP, which is this one, the left one, and triangle ACP, which is the one on the right. So we have to prove these two as congruent. So this thing we have, these two sides are equal.
And
We
the
have,
middle one is common.
yes, we have the middle side, this side AP is a common side. So AP is equal to
And
AP, obviously, right? So that's,
yeah,
we say AP is equal to AP, reason, common side. And then we are going to use this angle over here,
angles. Yeah.
these two angles over here, which we have just proven. That is why we have written from equation 1, because it wasn't given to us in the question. We have proven that. So angle BAD is equal to angle CAD from 1. So this is a side, this is an angle, and the other side that we were talking about is AP is equal to AP. Reason, common side. So can you tell me, Abdul Jabbar, which rule have we used here?
Yes.
Very good. SAS rule. Okay. So by SAS rule, triangle ABP is congruent to triangle ACP. Abdul Rahman, is it clear now? I'm sorry, Abdul Jabbar, is it clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
And this goes for you as well, Abdul Rahman. You have just joined, but please remember that if there is anything you're not understanding in between, any doubt you have, and this is for everyone in general, any doubt you have, just feel free to ask. Don't feel shy. Now let's come to the third part. What do we have to show in the third part? We have to show that AP bisects, to show that AP bisects angle A and AP bisects angle D. What is the meaning of AP bisects angle A?
It divides angle A into two equal parts.
Angle A is this angle. So is AP dividing angle A into two parts?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can already see that. So from 1, angle BAP, which is this smaller angle over there, is equal to angle CAP. So this itself proves that angle A is being bisected. So that means AP bisects angle A. Okay. Now we have to prove the other thing, that AP bisects angle D as well. So this also we can show. How can we show this?
We can show that by proving BDP and CDP congruent.
As congruent, yes. So I'm going to just take this again. This is A, B. Now we need this. These two triangles we are going to show as congruent. So now, in triangle BDP and triangle, okay, one thing that I want you all to understand is, first of all, if you have your 7th grade math textbooks, then please go through the congruence of triangles chapter in your 7th grade textbook. So even if you don't have your textbook, it's fine. Just go to the internet, type NCERT PDF, and go to a reliable website. Don't just click any random website. Go to the NCERT official website. And then just download the 7th grade math textbook from there. or just the congruence of triangles wala chapter. From there, you will understand what I'm trying to tell you now is that you cannot say that triangle, if you say triangle BDP and triangle, let's say DCP are congruent, that will be wrong. Because when you say BDP and DCP, that means every single point of these two should be corresponding. Okay, you have to write the corresponding letters one on top of the other. So we can clearly see that which 2 points are corresponding. Here B is corresponding with C. So we have to write it like C, and we are saying BD. In BDP, we are saying BD. So here, what should we say? Abdul,
CDP.
okay. So we have to say CD. Okay. You have to say CD because BD is corresponding to CD. That is very clear in front of us. And similarly, so the last thing is P. So this, we have to write it like this. Any other way that we write, if we write BDP is congruent to, let's say, DPC or DCP, that's going to be wrong. So be very careful about this. All right. So in these two triangles, how do we show them as congruent? Acha, before we show them as congruent, just one more thing.
SCS.
SAS. Which angle are we talking about and which two sides are we talking about?
Sides BD, DB and DC and angle.
See, these two
Angle
angles will be equal.
DBP
Why will
and
these two angles
yeah,
be equal?
because
Because
it's
it is
an
an isosceles triangle,
yeah.
right? But you're not getting SAS.
Yeah, no, we do get it because we have already proven that triangles ACP and ABP are congruent. So both the
So first
bases
we
are
have to
same.
write that, na? So first we have to write that. Where do I write? Okay, just a minute. So we haven't written that. So let's write it over here that by CPCT in these two triangles. Okay, don't get confused. We're talking about these two triangles. When we proved them to be equal, so by corresponding parts of congruent triangles, we get this side BP will be equal to this side CP because they are both congruent triangles.
Ma'am, then
Okay.
it will be SSS, right?
Yeah, we can have SSS also, we can have SAS also. So by
Okay.
CPCT, we are going to have BP, side BP is equal to side CP. Is this clear, Abdul Jabbar?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So let's call this equation 2, okay? All right. So now when we come to these two triangles, we have already established that BP is equal to CP. So let's write it. BP is equal to CP. Why? Because from equation 2. Then we have BD is equal to CD because it's given. Then
DP
we
equal
have,
to DP.
yes, DP equals DP, common. You can also use this angle in between. Instead of using this side, you can use the angle also. It will become SAS. Okay, your wish.
Yeah.
So therefore, by SSS rule, triangle BDP is congruent to triangle CDP. Okay. Why did we show them as congruent? What were we trying to prove? Why were we doing this whole thing?
That angle D is bisected by AP.
That angle D is
Now
bisected.
because of CPCT, BDP
Therefore,
and CDP angles are equal.
So therefore, by CPCT, this angle will be equal to this angle. By CPCT, angle, wait a minute, angle BDP will be equal to angle CDP. Okay. So that implies AP bisects angle D. So we have proven this. We have proven this. I'm just putting it in a box, what all we were required to prove. All of that I'm putting in a box. Because you know what happens is when you're writing an examination, the person who's correcting your sheets, the person who's correcting your answer sheet, they won't have so much time to search for, oh, where has this person proven the answer? I want to see where is the answer. Okay, sometimes they're in a hurry. So if you just put your answer in a box, that makes things very easy for them. And when they are happy by correcting your paper, they will easily give you marks. Otherwise, they will feel irritated and they will deduct your marks for no reason. Okay,
Yeah.
so now let's
Yeah.
move on to, so we have proven this.
We
Let's
have
move
one
to the
more.
fourth part. Yes. AP is the perpendicular bisector of BC. AP is perpendicular bisector of BC. This sentence, it has two parts. First, we have to show that AP is perpendicular to BC. And the second thing that you have to show is that AP bisects BC, meaning
Yeah.
that BP is equal to CP, which we already have
Yeah.
proven, right?
Yeah.
So this can be shown from 2. BP is equal to CP. So we don't need to show this again. We have to now talk about this part. AP is perpendicular to BC. Meaning that angle DPB or angle APB, whatever you want to call it, because it's the same thing, angle APB equals 90 degrees.
Ma'am, it's like a numerical, so like both the sides are same, so angle B and angle C will be same as well. So angle A plus 2 angle C equals 180 degrees by the angle sum property. And then
See, you're thinking
yeah,
like
we
that, it's a
don't.
very good thing, but you don't need to go that complicated for this. You can just say that if you look at this triangle over here, I'm just going to, just a minute. Okay, look at this triangle, okay? We have shown, you can look at the two bigger triangles also and the two smaller triangles also. We have shown that this is congruent to this, right? Now, since they are congruent, this angle will be equal to this angle. Let's call it x. Since both these angles are equal, let's call them x. So we can say that x plus x equals 180 because they are forming a linear pair. So from that, we can show that x equals 90. Okay. So we have shown, let's write it like this. Since triangle BDP is congruent to triangle CDP, that means angle DPB, which is this one, which I have marked as x, is equal to angle DPC, okay? Let's call it x. Let's call it
2x equals 180.
So x plus
it's
x
like a
equals
linear
180.
pair.
Yes, because it's forming a linear pair. LP means linear pair. Okay, I'm writing it for short because I ran out of space here. That means 2x equals 180. That means x equals 180 by 2, which is 90. So that means angle DPB is equal to 90 degrees, which means AP is perpendicular to, actually this particular statement which we have just written, this shows that DP is perpendicular to BC. And now since DP is perpendicular to BC, obviously AP will also be perpendicular to BC, na? That means AP is perpendicular to BC. Any doubts still here? Anyone?
No, ma'am.
Okay, anyone else?
No.
All right. If you're feeling shy asking your questions, which you shouldn't, by the way, but if you still are, then you can type it in the chat box also. All right. Let's go to the next question.
Can you show the last answer one time? Okay, ma'am.
All right. So the next question. Abdul Jabbar, will you read it out, please? Can you read out the question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please read out the question, Abdul Jabbar.
Second question, right?
Yeah, second question.
AD is an altitude of an isosceles triangle ABC in which AB equal to AC. Show that AD bisects BC and AD bisects angle A.
Okay, so first, what do we have to do, Abdul Jabbar? So they haven't given any figure, so we have to draw the figure ourselves. How do we draw the figure? What do we do first, Abdul Jabbar?
Now first AD first.
First, you have to draw an isosceles triangle, right? So draw an isosceles triangle. And name it as ABC. And in this triangle ABC, what are they telling us, Abdul Jabbar, in the starting? They have told us something.
The
AD is an
altitude is AD.
altitude, right? So altitude means what, Abdul Jabbar?
Height.
Yes, altitude means height. That means this is 90 degrees. And AB is equal to AC, that is also given. So let's write down what all we already know. Given AB equals AC, angle ADC equals 90 degrees. That's all. Then what do we have to show? We have to show that AD bisects BC, meaning BD equals CD. The second thing we have to show is AD bisects angle A. This is a very easy question. AD bisects angle A. That means this angle over here is equal to this angle, meaning angle DAD is equal to angle CAD. Okay, now all of you, I'll give you 5 minutes to do this question. Then I might ask any one of you to tell me how you did the answer, okay? Get started. Are you all trying it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. if you're done, if anyone is done, just let me know in the chat box, and then move on to the next question. Try doing the next question also. Avni, I didn't get your question. I didn't understand your question. You're trying to ask something, Avni? You can unmute and ask.
Yeah, ma'am. So in the first question, should we add theorem 7.5 or without the theorem only we should do it?
What do you mean add theorem 7.5?
Like, should we include it in the answer?
You're
Or we can
saying
just
should
use the rule?
theorem 7.5? Okay, let me check. Theorem 7.5 is RHS rule, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
You don't have to write the entire theorem, or you don't have to write by theorem 7.5. You don't have to write that. Just
So
write
we
by
can just
RHS rule.
okay.
Okay, because they have given the name of the see, every theorem has a rule. Sorry, every theorem has a name. So they have given the name of the theorem for that reason only. You can just write in the brackets when you write a reason, right? For two things to be equal, you can just mention that
Okay.
by this rule.
Done, ma'am.
Okay, try the next one then, please. If you're getting stuck somewhere, you can ask. Unmute yourself and ask. Okay, I think we've had enough time. Avni, are you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Abdul Jabbar?
Ma'am, I did it as well.
Yeah, okay, Prishita. And Abdul Jabbar, what about you? Abdul Rahman, you're saying something?
I also finished.
You finished? Okay. Okay, then Abdul Rahman, tell me, how have you done this? Tell me step by step. Yes, Abdul Rahman, please tell us.
Can you tell me what you asked?
I'm saying, can you Tell us how you did it step by step.
Okay, first,
First.
since uh, wait, let me think.
Your voice is breaking.
Since ABC is 90 degree, then that means since both sides are same, then that means A ADB would be also be 90 degree.
Yeah, obviously, because there are linear pairs. So if one of them is 90, then the other one is also 90. So we will write. First, let's write it like this, okay? In triangle ADC, ABD and triangle ACD. Triangle ABD is this one and triangle ACD is
How
this
it
one.
was ABC?
But see, you can write ADC and ADB as well.
Okay.
Either you write it like this in triangle ADB and triangle ADC, or you write it like this.
Okay, understand.
Then you are saying that angle ADB is equal to angle ADC, which is 90 degrees. Okay, then what else?
Then we add them together.
Okay, what will happen after adding them?
Uh,
Yes, Abdul Rahman, why are we adding them?
then it becomes 180.
180 then? Yes, Avni, you're saying something?
Then
I'll ask in the next question. I have a bit doubt.
Acha, okay, fine.
then,
Abdul Rahman, continue.
then that means 180 degree.
Yeah, this is obviously 180 because it is a straight line, na? It is obviously 180. What does that have to do with our this thing? We have to show that BD is equal to CD and angle BAD, which is this angle, is equal to angle CAD, which is this angle. So what does that have to do with our question?
Well, I'm not sure.
Acha, no problem. So just see how we are doing it and try to do it accordingly. Abdul Jabbar,
Yes, ma'am.
were you able to finish the question?
No.
Okay, were you able to do a few lines of the question? Something? Were you able to do a few things? A few points?
No.
Ma'am, can I?
Okay, Avni.
So, like he said, it's 90, and then AB is equal to AC. It's also given.
AB is equal to AC given, then
AD is equal to AD, common arm.
common side, yes.
So, therefore, we know that triangle ABD is congruent to triangle ACD of RHS rule.
Yes, RHS rule. What is the RHS rule? RHS rule means if there are two triangles wherein you have R means right. Right means right angle. Okay. H means hypotenuse. Hypotenuse, this one. And S means any other side. Either this side or that side. Any one side. Okay, other than the hypotenuse. Any one side. So in this case, we have this side. So this is the RHS rule. So ABD is congruent to triangle ACD by RHS rule. Okay, then after this, how do we prove that BD is equal to CD? Yes, Avni?
By CPCT.
By CPCT. CPCT, for if anyone hasn't understood it yet, CPCT means corresponding parts of congruent triangles, meaning that if in two triangles that are like this. Okay. Then this side is corresponding to this side, right? So these two will be equal because these two triangles are congruent. So by CPCT, BD is equal to CD. CPCT again, corresponding parts of congruent
Ma'am,
triangles are
BC, right?
equal. How BC?
No.
Huh.
BD only.
And similarly, and also angle BAD, which is this one, is equal to angle CAD. Okay. All right. Then third question. Yes, you had some doubt of me.
I didn't understand how to do it, that's why.
Actually, you don't understand how to do it. Preshita, have you done the third one? Preshita?
Hello? Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. I
Have
did
you done
not
the
do the
third one?
third one.
Didn't do it? Okay. So, the rest
Ma'am,
of
I
you who
was just
haven't,
about to do it.
no problem. So, the rest of you who haven't done this question, please note it down. Okay. We will move forward to the next one. The third question says, okay. So, there are two triangles like this. Two sides. So basically in these two triangles, what you have is ABC is a triangle and PQR is another triangle. They are not telling you that these two triangles are congruent. They are telling you that AB, two sides and median are respectively equal to sides PQ and QR and median PN. Respectively means like they have said that AB and BC and AM are equal to PQ, PQ and QR and PN. So this doesn't mean that they're all equal to each other. This means when they are saying the word respectively, that means AB is equal to PQ, BC is equal to QR, and AM is equal to PN. So let's write it over here. AB is equal to PQ, BC is equal to QR, and AM. Now what is AM? AM is the median of ABC. What is median, Abdul Jabbar? Abdul Jabbar, what is median? Do you know? Okay, do you know what is median, Abdul Jabbar? Yes or no? It's okay if you don't know, just reply.
No, I don't know what it is, but I can't explain.
No problem. No problem. So you know what it is, but you can't explain. No problem. So median means the side or not side, the line segment which bisects one side of the triangle into two equal parts. Basically, bisect means it will divide it into two equal parts, right? So median, for those of you who have a doubt what median is, please write it down. Median is a line segment that bisects a line segment from one vertex, from a vertex of a triangle. Obviously a triangle, I'm not going to write of a triangle because it's obvious we are talking about triangles over here. A line segment from a vertex to opposite side which bisects the side. Okay, or wait a minute, line segment from a vertex which bisects opposite side. Please write it down if you are not sure what a median is. Okay, please write it down. Okay, so AM is a median of triangle ABC and PN is a median of triangle PQR. So let's write what all is given. Given AB is equal to PQ, BC is equal to QR, and AM is the median of triangle ABC. Means if it is median, we are saying that it bisects the opposite side, right? That means this part will be equal to this part. Yes, that line segment AM, it is dividing the opposite side, which means BC, into two equal parts. So these two parts are equal. That means BM, I'm going to write it separately over here. BM is equal to CM. And similarly, in the other triangle, QN is equal to RN. Okay. So because of this, we can say that their medians are also equal, meaning AM is equal to PN. It is given in the question that the medians are equal to each other. So AM is equal to PN. Okay. Now, what do we have to show? We have to show, first of all, triangle ABM is congruent to triangle PQN. Okay. Now, do you think you can do it, Avni?
I'll try.
Reshita?
Yes, ma'am.
Will you be able to do this?
No.
Okay. Those of you who haven't switched on their videos, I would like to request you to switch on your videos first. Okay, so this we have to show. Now in triangle ABM and triangle PQN. See, we know that AB is equal to PQ. What else is equal, Avni?
BM and QN.
BM and QN are not given to us as equal. It is given that BC is equal to QR.
Yes, we can write that also, but it's not there.
See, it is what you are saying. It will come directly from that itself. We know we are given that BC is equal to QR, right? It is given. You can see it over here. It is given in the question.
Yes.
BC is equal to QR given. So that means half of BC will be equal to half of QR, obviously. What is half of BC?
BM.
Half of BC and it's equal to half of QR. So half of BC is BM and half of QR is QN.
Yes.
So that we have gotten. Let's call it equation 1. So BM is equal to QN from equation 1.
AM is equal to PN.
AM is equal to PN, again given. So by which rule are they congruent? This is a side, this is a side, this is a side. So by
Yes.
SSS rule, they are congruent. So one thing before I forget, on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Okay, forget about Thursday. Mondays and Wednesdays, we will have a backup class. The backup classes that we were having initially, we will continue with them right after your science class. Okay, so right after your science class gets over, we will have our backup class for only for 45 minutes. Okay, because I too understand that you all will be that will be a lot of burden on you if you have 2 hours straight class. Okay, and it will be too late in the night, so you all must be feeling tired and everything. So
and
just
our
45
students
minutes.
class-
Yes, Abdul Rahman? Yes?
1 hour
Mas-
works.
so which time would the backup class would start?
Okay, Abdul Rahman, where do you live? Accordingly, I'll tell you.
Riyadh.
Riyadh. Okay,
In,
so your
and
backup
it's
class
7
will
to
be
8 in my
from 8 o'clock to 8:45. On Mondays, please note it, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Okay, right after your science class.
Wait, can you repeat it? Oh, okay.
Mondays,
I don't.
Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 10:30 to 11:15 p.m. IST. This is Indian time. Riyadh time, it is 8 to 8:45.
So which time?
You live in Riyadh, right? So this is your
Yes.
time, 8 to 8:45.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. And for you guys living in UAE, I guess that would be 9 o'clock. Yes,
To
9
10.
to 9:45.
Yeah, 9:45.
Yeah. See, we can have 1 hour class also, but some of you might be energetic enough to have the class for 1 hour as well. But I have an experience with such classes, so I know that studying 2 hours straight might drain you. So it's okay. Let's start with 45 minutes. If there's a positive response from you guys, then we might go on to 1 hour. All right. But right now, let's just have it for 45 minutes. Okay, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Anyway,
Okay, ma'am.
let's complete this question. Yes, second part. Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR. Before this, we show the second. Okay, fine. Triangle PQR. Which means, which two triangles we have to show as congruent? This and this. Yes. Who will tell me how to do it?
AB is equal to PQ.
Good.
BC is equal to QR.
Reason.
Given.
Okay, then.
AM is equal to PN.
But that is not a part of the triangle, na? Matlab, that is not side, that is not an angle. So when we need congruent, when we want to prove two triangles as congruent, we have to show either their sides as equal or their angles as equal. AM
AC
and
is equal
PN
to
are not.
PR.
How do you know AC is equal to
Ma'am,
PR?
angle
Yes.
B equals angle Q.
Yes, angle B equals angle Q. Why?
SAS.
Because
Yeah, we have already proven it congruent.
now since ABM is congruent to triangle PQN, therefore by CPCT,
Angle B equals
angle
angle
B
Q.
is equal to angle Q. So this thing we will use.
So by
By
SAS, both the
SA.
triangles are congruent.
Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQ. Done.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's do one last question quickly. Shall we?
Yes, ma'am.
Done. Should we move on, Avni?
Yes, ma'am.
So the fourth question. DE and CF are two equal altitudes of a triangle ABC. So we have a triangle ABC. They have And we have seen that how many altitudes can a triangle have? It can have 3 altitudes because it
3.
has 3 vertices. So it can have 3 altitudes. So there are 2 altitudes. This is one. This is an altitude. That is why I'm putting the 90-degree sign over there. Okay. And the other one is CF. CF. This is also an altitude. So BE and CF are 2 equal altitudes. So they are telling us that, first of all, that angle BEC is equal to angle CFB is equal to 90 degrees. Then they are telling us that they are both equal. So FC, or rather BE, is equal to CF. This is given. Now we have to show that ABC is isosceles. To show that AB is equal to AC. Yes. How do we do this?
Ma'am, by showing that, like, to prove congruent,
Which two
like
congruent?
FBC and ECB.
Yes. These two we will prove as congruent. So let me just draw these two triangles separately so that there is no confusion. What all are equal in this? What all do you have as equal?
EB and FC.
Okay. So first of all, you have to always write it like this: in triangle FBC and triangle ECB. So you said EB or CF is equal to EB.
BE.
BE, yes, BE. CF, BE, yeah, okay. Why? Because given.
Yeah, it's given.
So what have we shown? CF is equal to BE.
And angle E equals angle F equals 90 degree.
Angle BFC is equal to angle CEB. 90 degrees given. Then, so we are supposed to use RHS in this, right? So this
Yeah.
is right angle.
And the
This
base
is
is
hypotenuse.
common.
Yeah. Not the base, that is the hypotenuse. You mean base of
Yes.
the bigger triangle, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So, and BC is equal to CB. Common side. So therefore, by RHS, because we have used RHS over here, right? Hypotenuse and side. This is the hypotenuse. And one side we have used. Triangle triangle FBC is congruent to triangle ECB. Now, since they are congruent, this angle will be equal to this angle. So, angle FBC is equal to angle ECB by CT. Therefore, now if look
Triangle
very carefully
ABC.
here, if this angle, we have just shown that this angle is equal to this angle. So we know that if they are two equal angles,
Opposite angles of equal sides are equal.
but we don't have equal sides. Angles opposite to equal sides, sorry,
Yeah.
sides opposite to equal angles are equal,
Yes, ma'am.
right? So the converse of that, sides opposite to equal angles are equal. So sides opposite to equal angles
Are equal.
are equal. Therefore, AB equals AC. That implies triangle ABC is isosceles. We don't have to write that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Triangle ABC is isosceles, because that is what they are asking us to prove,
Yeah.
that the triangle ABC is isosceles. So there you go. You can take the next question as homework if you want. Question number 5. We will discuss it in the next class. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then that's it for today's class.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. If there are any doubts, you all can ask.
No, no doubts for today.
Okay, Abhi.